Hello, it's your African Santa Claus again. Anytime you see my face, you know that I'm bringing you good tidings, but you will not like, you will not subscribe. Don't worry, now anybody that asks me any question, I'll go and check. Did this person subscribe? If you did not subscribe, you will be left on red.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
When you don't subscribe, there's this internal anger that I feel. And I don't want that. So please, as you are watching this video, pause first. Go and like, go and subscribe and go and share. It's free. You see this? Let's get into the video. I've changed my microphone because like I said, I want to be nice. But if you people annoy me, and of course me and my assistant were here today to give you information that you will pay other people for. I'm giving it to you for free. Renike, be nice. Calm down. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mo. If you don't know me and if this is the first time you're coming across my page, welcome. So many people have asked. I've gotten few questions as to, okay, I want to come to New Brunswick, but I don't know what to do. I don't know the city to go. I want to choose where to go, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, now this is based on my own personal experience. I've lived in two cities, Saint John majorly, but I've lived in Moncton for a little bit, so I can still give my little insight. Like I said, this is based on my own personal experience. There is somebody's daughter somewhere right now typing, I don't agree, this is this. You can keep that information to yourself or use it to start a news channel. Don't comment it, I will block you. Two major questions I've been getting is where to move in New Brunswick and can I work and school to pay my fees and sort my bills. So let's get into it. I'll be talking about two major cities that people usually move to in New Brunswick. Now, New Brunswick is big. You have plenty cities inside, but the two major ones, Saint John. You have Saint John and we have Moncton. Now there's Fredericton also, but I really don't know much about it. I can say I've only been to Fredericton 3 times. Never slept over there. Just visit, come back, visit, come back. But Saint John and Moncton, I can tell you a little bit based on my own personal experience. Saint John let's start with Saint John. Saint John is an older city, and you'll notice immediately you drive into Saint John. It's very historical. You have historical buildings. The architecture is very old, this very old European vibes with a bit of ghetto. It's old, but it's peaceful, it's calm, aside the crazy people that are coming in right now. In the winter, it's not somewhere you will enjoy, to be honest. But in the summer, St. John is nice because we have like a docking, what do they call it? This is where the cruise ships will dock. So you have different cruise ships, those princess cruise ships. So a lot of people like vendors will be out in the streets selling, hustling. This I don't know what they call them, these bustlers, or I don't know what they call them, these people that used to do stunts on the road. You see, so summertime, the vibe is nice. It's beautiful. You will love it. It has lots of nature scenery. Like if you're looking for nature, you're a nature person, this is where you should be. We have beautiful nature spots here, very beautiful parks, amazing. See the way I'm talking and I'm smiling. That's because I live here. All right. And the shopping, nature spot, like I mentioned, waterfalls. This, you don't have a lot of that in Moncton, but this is St. John's strong point. A lot of waterfalls, the Irving Parks, Fundy, Bay of Fundy. Bay of Fundy is not really in St. John, but it's close to St. John. Now that's about the whole scenery of St. John. Next, we're going to talk about St. John is work. Now, work-wise, in my opinion, you're more likely to find a job in St. John than in Moncton. For students, especially when you talk about care homes, in St. John you have lots of care homes that you can do. I'm telling you, you have. I'll do a list of care homes. But the reason why it's a lot is because your client base extends to not just Saint John, but you have neighboring cities like Quispamsis and Rothesay. So, if you have a car also, the chances of you getting a care job is, like I mentioned, there are long-term care facilities and home care organizations here. Now let's talk about Moncton. Moncton is more fun. It is bubbly. I feel like any Nigerian really like Moncton. It's bubbly. I call it the low budget city. The people that are in Moncton don't come for me, but you can call it low budget to Halifax. Halifax is low budget to Toronto, or Toronto, whatever. Moncton is low budget, but it's still a very fun city. I stayed there for just 6 months, but I can tell you it's fun, it's vibrant, it's bustling. There are more stores, there are more malls, there are more retail option, more social activities. So don't forget, Saint John, you have more care homes and stuff like that. Moncton, you have more retail, more store. You cut the drift. So I'm trying to do it side by side, so that should help you decide what city to go to. Or if you even want to go to school, if you're choosing MBCC, that should help you decide, or do I want to go to Moncton campus or Saint John campus. Let's talk about housing. I feel that in Moncton, houses are cheaper than in Saint John. Hear me out. I know some people don't like to believe that, but I've stayed in the two for a little bit for me to understand. Now, if you get a $1,500, that's $1,500 home in Saint John, the way it looks and the way it will look in Moncton, very different. In Moncton, I can get a $1,700 townhouse, 3-bedroom townhouse. That same house in Saint John will be around $2,000. So the scenery and the quality of the home in Moncton is more than the home in Saint John. Even real estate, if you want to buy a house, I've been going around like realtors.ca, Remax, the kind of house I see in Saint John for like $400,000 and the kind of house I see in Moncton for that same amount, far different. The scenery is too different. Moncton is prettier. Their houses are more structured. So I feel housing in Moncton is better than housing in Saint John. But in Saint John, you'll find your budget. That's something in Saint John. If you're looking for a 2-bedroom of $1,200, if you check well, you'll see. Check Facebook, you'll see, especially like those uptown houses that nobody likes to rent, you'll see. It depends on what you want. But housing ranges from like 1,300 all the way up. It depends on your vibe. It depends on your taste, your luxury taste. Next up is food. When it comes to food, I personally believe Saint John is cheaper in groceries. Saint John is cheaper in groceries. You have more varieties of things in Saint John than in Moncton. And I'll give you an example. In Saint John here, we have like a Chinese store where I can go buy like a whole lot of things. In Moncton, it was so difficult to find a Chinese store. Saint John here, there are Indian stores. So I like to buy spices from Indian stores. In Moncton, it was so hard. Even like things as little as crab leg. There's some very specific things I just easily would see in Saint John is harder in Moncton. So groceries, cheaper in Saint John, varieties of things. But Moncton is cheaper in African food. So you have to pick your poison. What goat meat I would get here for $360, I would see in Moncton for lesser. So you understand. Groceries, Saint John, groceries, varieties, go. Moncton, African food, top notch. Pick your poison. So we've spoken about the scenery, we've spoken about housing, we've spoken about food. So another question that I've gotten is what kind of care jobs, what company should I apply to, even for those that are inside Canada already and they want to move to New Brunswick, in province moving. So I made a list of some care jobs you can apply to. You can go on Facebook and apply to them. You can go on their websites, tailor your resume, look at the description. I've spoken a lot about gnb.ca, but these are like care homes that you can actually apply to. And having a car is very important, because in this New Brunswick, I don't know about other provinces, everywhere is far. Point A to point B is far, and the bus system here, forget it. You go one craze. It's annoying. The busing system here is annoying. So having a car, you don't need to break the bank. You can calm down, check on Facebook Marketplace. If you have a mechanic, let them look at the car, ask for safety inspection, buy a good small car. You don't need to go and finance car when you come. Just buy a good durable car. God will bless you as you are doing that. So here are a list of care homes that you can find. Home Care by Design. I personally worked at Home Care by Design. They are very good, very nice. It's should I call it residential care home, where you go to the client's place like one after the other? Yeah, something like that. Shanex has lots of homes, like I think they call them long care facility, where all the residents or all the old people are in one building, and then they have rooms in that building. Yeah. There's Integrity, there's Kindred Home Care, there's Rockmora, there's Chateau de Champlain, many more. So if you just go on your Google and search care homes in Saint John, you'll see a whole list of them. And if you're already in Canada and you want to cross province, all you just have to do is visit their website. You will even see emails. Most of them like emails. Tips for applying. Apply in the morning. Nothing later than 9:30 a.m. So when they are coming, it's your CV that they are seeing in the email. It's not going all the way down. All right. And if you know more care homes, please drop it in the comment section. Advise people if there's any HR expert here. How can people, get jobs on time? Please, this is my little community. Help other people. They are charging people for this, and I'm giving you the information free. Now let's go to the second question I was asked. Can I work and pay my school fees? People are doing it. Let me put it out there. People are doing it. People have done it. But it's hard. It is very hard. You will burn yourself out. May you not go and die untimely because of hypertension. Let's look at it. Let's look at MBCC, for example. 11K per year. You have 24 hours of work weekly. That's if you even find the one that they will give you 24 hours. You have rent to pay. You have food. I know they will give you credit cards, so you just want to be spending your credit card in your credit score will tank. You need to spend what you can pay back. So, but you will put pressure on yourself if you want to work, pay for school, pay for rent, pay for groceries. Maybe not hear any evil thing. It's a lot. So if you can pay, separate money for your school fees, and know that what you're hustling for is your rent and every other thing, that's fine. And don't forget that when you're applying for that study permit, you told IRCC that you can afford your fees. So if you come here and go and start doing overtime, or you're working more than 24 hours in a week, come postgraduate time when you need your postgraduate work permit, they won't give it to you. They will tell you that you didn't fulfill the terms and conditions of your study permit, so therefore PGWP is not for you. I hope I've been able to convince and not confuse you, and give you more clarity as to the cities you can visit or the cities you can relocate to in New Brunswick. Now don't forget that we have other cities. There's Miramichi, there's Fredericton. I personally don't know anything about those cities, so you can do your research on your own, but this is just specifically for Saint John and for Moncton. So let me look at it. Let me just check, is there any other thing that I'm missing? No, I don't know if I discussed about work-wise in Moncton. I think I did. In Moncton, you get more retail jobs, more jobs. They have a whole lot. They have so many retail stores. Every corner you go, there's a store. There's a convenience store. Malls. Champlain Mall is big. I think Champlain Mall is bigger than McAllister Mall in Saint John. So you will find all those retail jobs, all those sales rep. But for care, Saint John. Okay? Alright, I think that's all for today. Hopefully, if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. And public service announcement to those people that send me a DM either on TikTok or on Instagram and say hi. Hi yourself. Please don't send me hi. I won't answer you. I'm way too busy for that. Hello, my name is. I'm writing to everything at once. I will not answer to your hi. If like say I'm proud. Akukuma never get money, so I don't be proud. No problem. If you send me hi, I won't answer you. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I love you.